So this is my big May the 4th big special be Star Wars special. So I'm gonna show a cool few stuff, and I also want to show my coolest lightsaber that I got. I did get the red one. I used this for my Halloween Darth Vader costume. So I am a huge Star Wars fan. So Star Wars started in 1977 with A New Hope, and it just went from there. So we all love Star Wars. We all love collecting Star Wars. And I do have a few comic books I want to showcase for you guys today in my Star Wars video. And then I'll post some other ones on my TikTok and Instagram at Joel's Comics Table too. First one I want to showcase is Star Wars number 82 from 1984. I mean, it is a very low grade just because there is chips and everything. But I wanted to preserve this comic. I know it's people don't do the low grades that I do, but this was my only copy on this one, so it is what it is. So the grade is 3.0, so it is an extremely low grade, but to me it is still cool because it is in my collection. So I do not really sell any of my comics. I do slab what I want to slab because I think these older comics should be preserved even when they're chipped and damaged like this, because who knows how long they will last for if they're not slabbed. So this is from 1982. It is a cool story. I mean, this cover is really good, but at least now you know what the grade is. So when eventually it does happen to be put for sale after we pass on or whatever, you get a proper grade for the comics. You're not guessing. That's why I like grading. My bank account doesn't like it, but I know I love grading because it does add value. And there's no sales data on this because I think the grade is so low, but higher grades they're selling for like $100 plus, which is typical for Star Wars comics. So Star Wars number 82 from 1984. It is from off-white to white pages, meaning they're not as white and bright as they used to be. So there's a bit of fading and because of how old the comic is. So but still, I'm glad I did it. I've had this for about a year now, so because it does take a while for CGC to get slabbed. This was in my second batch of slabs that I ever did, so I'm trying to get more of my comics graded, but it is expensive, so I'm not doing as many as I used to. But this is another cool older one from the movie. It's a flashback story told by Luke Skywalker, as you see on there. So, and the grade is 7.0. So this is a little bit higher grade. It's still from the same run as this one, but this is a lower number 70. And I've seen 8.0 selling anywhere from $80 to $100. So this is probably a little less than that, but it is Star Wars. It is collectible. So price is subjective. Only pay what you're willing to pay for a comic. But there are grading standards and everything like that. So I have seen a few copies from CGC census out there. Well, none are. There is a couple other 7.0s, but they are not for sale. I haven't been able to get us any sales data for these for this one. So it is what it is. So if I don't see a sales data for my slabs, I just assume it's going to be the cost of grading or just or maybe just a little bit higher. But because I took the time, I spent the money to get graded, I will not sell my slabs for any reason, really. So next one is Darth Vader. I kept it in its bag. This is Darth Vader number 20. The reason I got this one slab was because the Mandalorian and Din Djarin on there, Guru from the TV show, and it is a variant edition from Mandalorian. So, and it is graded 9.8. So all new comics, if you're planning on grading them right away after you get them, they should be 9.8, or if you decide to press and clean them, they could even come out to a 10. But this is 9.8. I think I slapped this right away after I got it from my comic book store, and I just think this is a cool cover with The Mandalorian, which is a very good TV show at the time. And now I know exactly what the grade is. So, and I have seen these selling for $100 to $150. So the price definitely varies in range on eBay. So always check the sold listings when you do. So that's your best determination to to decide what you want to sell for. If I do sell comics, I always sell it a little bit higher than it was for. Then I can negotiate where I want the price to actually be, or close to where it should be. So, just another awesome story. But these are clear white pages. Is from 2022, but it did take a year for CGC to stop because they were taking a long time to get. So I've only gotten this in the last few months. So, but I'm very happy. I love these golden border comics. So especially with The Mandalorian and Baby Grogu on there. We've all watched The Mandalorian. I hope you guys have, and we've all enjoyed these type of comics. So, next one I want to showcase is Star Wars Bounty Hunter. This was another one I sent in at the same time as this one because I really like the cover, and my wife helped me pick this one out. I had a few to choose one, and she really thought this would be nice in the slot, and it is, with the Stormtrooper and the Dark Stormtrooper. It's not a key issue or anything. This is from Star Wars Bounty Hunters from February 2nd, 2022. And again, this was another one I slabbed right away when I got it. And it came to a 9.8 because it was a new comic at the time. So, again, like I say, new comic should be 9.8 or possibly a 10 if you get them right from the factory, which most of us don't. We get them from the comic shops, and even so they're mostly 9.8. So I'm really happy with the grade. I can't complain. Again, sales data, I've seen these selling for $100 plus because it's really not a key issue. It's just the cover is so cool. But I mean, you can send whatever comic you want in, because I like to have a variety of different graded comics, and I do like my cartoon ones graded, which I did. But I am also a huge Star Wars fan, which is why I'm wearing my cool kind of classic Star Wars shirt for May the 4th be with you. And I'll be doing some stuff on TikTok that day as well. So with my injury still lagging on, I'm still off work for a few more days. So, and hopefully I'll be back to work on Monday. And I hope everybody enjoyed my on the road trip as well, because I'll be trying to do more local on the roads where I live in the Okanagan. So, but even still, you guys will see some more on the road in my town, and when we go out on do some trails and whatnot. But anyways, kind of a cool Star Wars Bounty Hunters. I think these are so cool. Now the next one I want to showcase is kind of a cool book. It was really hot when it first came out in last year. I recently just got this one in. I've only had it for a couple months because it does take a long time for it to go. The reason it was so hot because of this cover right here, and I thought this was a key issue at the time, but it's not. It's just the cover with Luke Skywalker and his yellow lightsaber, and it's a 9.8 because it's a new comic. It also has white pages. So yeah, just another awesome book. And this one I've seen selling ranges from 125 plus. So this one's a little more popular with the cover. Everybody likes it. So I really liked it too. So which is why I got it graded, because it looks so pretty in the in in the case, don't you think? So, but yeah, I mean, my bank account may not like it, but having graded comics does increase your comic collection by a lot. Instead of having like a $5 to $10 comic, I now have like a $125 comic plus. So I'm really happy. So we can't complain about it. So last graded comic I want to showcase for you guys is Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. This one I bought off a Whatnot auction. I want it for like 35 US, which is about 40 Canadian plus shipping, which is like $20 Canadian. So Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi, another newer one. This is a variant cover. I have the regular cover for this, but I did not have the variant. So I'm glad I was able to buy it. I got it, and it came to a 9.4. So not a bad grade. I mean, it is about, I paid about the cost of grading for it from one of the Whatnot sellers off Whatnot. So and I was happy to pick it up, because I usually don't buy graded slabs from sellers. I try to do it myself, because I know I have the comic, and I am a huge Star Wars fan. So I'm just going to quickly show you some other comics that are not graded that I have in my collection. Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary. These are all one-shot covers, storytelling of just pictures, which is really cool. So they're been trying to tell a story without any words, and I will show you here in the comic. This is the variant cover with the classic movie. Can you believe Star Wars Empire Strikes Back is 40 years? So this is a cool scene from the Empire Strikes Back, where Darth Vader is trying to holding out his hand saying, "I am your father," and Luke doesn't believe him. And so, as you guys can see, it's a very cool storytelling when they're on that hot ice planet, and the bad robot's after Han because he's searching for Luke and all of that. And in the ice cave there, where Darth Vader's trying to look at the Falcon, and they're taking off, and he's like, darn it. So anyways, that's my May the 4th special. I'll continue more on my TikTok and Instagram on later on in the day, so you can check me out there at Joe's Comics Table. And I'm also on Twitter as well. And so, does everybody have a lightsaber? You guys should watch Star Wars do lightsaber duels, and I'll be doing more shorts for you guys as the week goes on. So thank you very much, and May the 4th be with you. Thanks, everybody.